Pokemon Duel trainers. But we got an electric type banner. We got some new figures. We got CELESTEELA, we have XURKITREE, we have AMPHAROS and Mega AMPHAROS. Are these figures even playable? In this video, I'm going to break it all down, so stay tuned. It's showtime! We could be. What's up, trainers? It's your host, Professor Showtime here, and today we're going to be going over all the new figures in the new update. That's right, it's 5.0.10. Yeah, it's not 6.0. It's not 6.0. So before we get into all the new figures, I got like maybe a 1-minute clip that I want to show you guys. This one minute clip is from the last live stream that I had with Rico. Rico and I did like a huge collaboration. It was like an hour and a half long, and basically we just discussed everything Pokemon Duel. So I'm just gonna give you guys a quick snippet so that the guys who weren't able to attend the live stream can see exactly what we're going about. And if you want to join the next live stream, subscribe to the channel. So the next time I go live, you guys can get the alert, and maybe you guys can attend if you have time. So just bear with me, just have patience. The clip is about a minute long, so it's just clips from the last live stream. Thanks for watching, guys. Dark Prince says a lot of the EX figures are useless. I think that's a bad thing. Yeah, you know, like Delphox is rarely used. Yeah, right. Yeah, so they need to like rebalance it. They need to rebalance. And how bad do you feel if you crafted one of these like useless EXs back in the day and you really can't play it anymore? It's like you know, you have like buyer's remorse.
Yeah, I'm actually sitting on like my Carbonite because like I don't like Zoroark came out and Altair's came out and I'm like, oh man, do I want to get them? Do I want to Carbonite them up? But then it's like, oh wait, the next banner, Power Creep, hello, they're gonna be countered. Right. So yeah, so like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place. Like you want to live in the present, you want to live in right now. You see the Altarias, you know they're good, but one simple ability can throw that out the window. Think about think about when like Malmar came out, you know, and we were like, oh, let's get on the Malmar train. Malmar is so cool, you know, it's gonna make everything go to sleep. And then Tapu Koko came. It's like, wait a minute. Dude, he came directly right after that.
2 weeks.
And I was like, yeah, I was like, what in the world is this garbage?
Yeah, you know, because I'm thinking the Pokemon should like go away from like all these power creeps and like just make like cool abilities. You know, pun intended with the cool.
I want to see Trick Room. Wait, do we have Trick Room on as an attack? I want to see Trick Room because how that works in the games is like it changes the speeds of Mon. So if you're a slower Mon, then you can go first. I wonder how that would work in Pokemon Duel. Like if you have 1 MP, maybe you'll get 2 or 3.
Or maybe if you win an attack, you can go again. You know, or if you lose an attack, you can go. It's your turn again. You know, I like that concept. So let's say you battle someone and you lose, or it's a draw, or something like that. Like it's your turn again. Like something that you skip a turn. I love that.
Okay.
Let's get right into it. I'm not gonna waste my time and go over the training center yet. You know, I'll do that towards the end of the video if you guys want to see that. But let's get right into it. So we got a couple new EXs and a few new Ultra Beasts. You know, we got 2 Ultra Beasts this banner. The first one up is CELESTEELA or CELESTEELA. It looks okay. The wheel looks okay. 137 and 107 again with the prime number theme. You know, huge problem is that it's only 1 movement point. Like, what's up with that, devs? Like, do you guys want us to play this figure like 1 movement point? Let's look at it. It's a steel flying type. The ability is RR, Rocket Ride. In its first battle after moving to the field, this Pokemon's flamethrower ability becomes Flame Gun. The battle opponent and the one directly behind it are knocked out. And at the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, you may move an adjacent Pokemon to a point 3 steps away from this Pokemon. If you do though, this Pokemon moves to the Ultra Space. Your turn ends. Alright, so there's a lot going on with that ability. First things up, you gotta look at Flamethrower. You know, with the flame, it's talking about Flamethrower with its first move becomes a Flame Gun. You know, Flame Gun is a 2-star purple attack. And that move can actually usually knock 2 Pokemon out at the same time. You know, I wonder if it is going to turn it into a 2-star purple. You know, that's usually what Flame Gun is. So but let's see that. So the first thing that screams at me with this Pokemon is that it has 2 purple attacks called Fly. And if those of you guys who know Reshiram and Zakharam, You know, fly is not really an ability that you want to hit most of the time. You know, and I'm looking at it, it looks counterintuitive because it's a 1 movement point Pokemon, but it has fly. You know, so you can't reliably use this as a goalie, because if it hits fly, that's it. Your goal is not secure. And it's not the most mobile figure because it's only 1 movement point. So where is Celesteela gonna play? You know, I'm having a hard time trying to digest that. If you guys know in the comment down below, let me know where the best place to place Celesteela. You know, 1 movement Pokemon with fly. It sounds like a Rayquaza. You know, we can't play Rayquaza. But yeah, you guys let me know. It has a cool blue ability though. The blue ability is called Rendezvous. This Pokemon and its battle opponent move to the Ultra Space outside of the field. So it's kind of like the Tapu Fini excluding ability, but this one is a little bit different because it's not really excluded. It goes to the Ultra Space. So now if you're playing with a deck with other Ultra Beasts, it could have some nice synergy. You know, you probably, well, if you hit like the call signal on Nalego, you could probably bring your Pokemon, your Celesteela back, but the other Pokemon stays there. You know, I mean, but if you're playing with Guzzlord is going to bring their Pokemon back, but not yours. Right? And of course, with Guzzlord, you can place the Pokemon right next to you and hop over the figure. But I'm just saying, this is going to be a really niche Pokemon. And right now, I don't really seeing it have that much play, you know. But guys, let me know if I'm missing something in the comments down below. But Celesteela, the devs, you can steal it away from me. Like, I don't know, it hits hard, you know, 137 and 107, but it's just not enough. I mean, look at the ability Gyro Ball. You know, it starts at 107, but it deals plus 30 damage if the battle opponent's movement point is higher than this Pokemon, which is probably going to be 95% of the time. You know, it's a 1 movement point Pokemon, so all Pokemon should have like 2 movement points at least that's playable. So this 107 is really a 137. So in essence, you have 2 137 attacks on the wheel, but still, it's not going to be playable because it's a 1 movement point Pokemon and it has fly. You can't reliably keep it on the goal, and you can't reliably move it around because it's only 1 movement point. The other part of the ability that I'm missing is that at the start of your turn, instead of a movement point, you may move an adjacent Pokemon to a point 3 steps away from this Pokemon. If you do, this Pokemon moves to the Ultra Space. Your turn ends. So in this scenario, you're purposely banishing your Pokemon, hopefully temporarily, and then you can use Nalego's call signal to get it back. You know, but I don't know, guys. You guys let me know what the synergy is. You guys let me know if this is going to be playable, if not. But I wish they would have made it just like they made Guzzlord and have it start out as 2 movement points until its first battle, and then change it back to 1 movement point. But as of right now, I don't know, guys. A little wanting. Let's look at the next Ultra Beast that we have. We have XURKITREE. So it's an electric type. I know, guys, like we really needed more electric types. The ability is Blackout. When this Pokemon moves to the field, the effects of energy plates are lost, and they can't have being used. While this Pokemon is on the field, Pokemon that become paralyzed gain weight 3. In this Pokemon's first battle after moving to the field, Pokemon that battle it will become paralyzed. So that ability actually synergizes really well with itself. You know, any Pokemon, well, first things first, it has the nice Ultra Beast ability that it's going to eat an energy plate. So that's nice, right? I mean, people are moving towards sphere plates, and this is the developer's way of pushing sphere plates. But still, there are going to be still people playing energy plates, and this will just eat up their energy plates. So that's a plus. The other thing is that while the Pokemon is on the field, all paralyzed Pokemon gain weight 3. So that's nice. It really synergizes well with the Guzzlord, because as you know, when Guzzlord is next to a Pokemon that has a weight status condition, it can hop over that figure and actually banish that figure. Well, send it to the Ultra Space. So XURKITREE and Guzzlord look like they're going to synergize really well. The other cool part about this Pokemon is that any Pokemon that it battles in its first turn is going to become paralyzed. So think of like a Seismitoad with poisoning. Seismitoad confuses every time he battles an opponent, but XURKITREE is gonna paralyze anytime he battles an opponent for the first time. You know, so I could see some synergies in a non-Ultra Beast deck with the scoop up plate. You know, you want to get XURKITREE off the bench, battling opponents, paralyzing multiple opponents. You know, that seems nice. But in an Ultra Beast deck, you know, if you use this with Pokemon Switch with Guzzlord, you might see some promise. The only problem is that the opponent is probably going to have to attack you first, you know, because the Weight 3 is going to go too quickly. Because with Guzzlord, you have to use the Pokemon Switch, and that's going to take a turn. And as you guys know, Weight 3 really means Weight 2. So I don't know how much synergy is going to have with Guzzlord, being with the fact that you have to wait for the opponent to attack you, and most opponents are going to be hip to it right out the bat. Because I don't think they're knocking it out. You know, the wheel is 113 and 103. Let's look at that. The first attack is Zap Cannon. The battle opponent and the Pokemon in a straight line directly behind it become paralyzed. Those Pokemon gain weight. So yeah, so that's a nice ability. It doesn't hit as hard as you think. It's 113. However, with Tapu Koko on the field, that 113 really becomes 143. And there's a new plate that gives plus 20 damage to all electric type Pokemon. We'll go over that later on in the video. So that 143 is really looking at 163. And that's without any chain levels. So Zap Cannon could potentially hit for 163 with no chain levels and paralyze everything in its path. Now definitely you can paralyze your own figures as well, but I think that's a risk worth to be taken. The next attack is Cable Lash. It's 103, however, it deals 2 times the damage if the battle opponent is paralyzed. So if you land this on your first attack, it's really hitting for 206. Like, developers, like, where are we going with this? 206 with no chain levels, without a Tapu Koko, if the opponent is paralyzed, it's hitting for 206. Now that's bonkers. I mean, maybe the developers are considering if the opponent is paralyzed, it might as well be killed as well. But 206 with no Tapu Koko, with no chain levels, I think is outrageous. I got to get my head around it, but it's just not sinking in right now. You guys let me know if 206 is a little bit too much to be hitting. And it's not like the attack is hard to hit, you know. It's the biggest wheel slice on the wheel. It's 36%. You know, so if you put Carmenite into it, it'll get up to 45. So 45% of the wheel, and you got the chance of hitting for 206 without Tapu Koko. With Tapu Koko will be 236. You know, with the new electric plate that gives plus 20, it's 256. Like, am I missing something? Anyway, the next ability is Ultra Lighting. It's a 20 wheel slice. If there are any Pokemon in the Ultra space, a Pokemon on the field spins. If it spins a white attack, it becomes paralyzed. Repeat this effect for each Pokemon in Ultra space. So think about Mega Blastoise's blue ability. The fact that the amount of times that you evolve with Mega Blastoise, you can use that for the amount of spins that you can get. So this is the same deal, except it's using the Ultra space into account. So let's say, for example, you have 2 Pokemon in the Ultra space. It doesn't specify whether it's your Pokemon or the opponent's Pokemon, so it could be a combination of the two. And just like it synergizes well with the previous Pokemon that we just looked at. Just looked at Celesteela. Celesteela's blue rendezvous attack, for you guys who don't remember, the rendezvous attack says this opponent and the battle opponent move both to the Ultra space. So if you hit the rendezvous and then you go ahead with XURKITREE and you hit Ultra Lightning, now you have 2 chances to make Pokemon paralyzed. And remember, those Pokemon are going to gain weight 3 because of XURKITREE's ability. So there's some synergy there, but I still don't see it too much because, like I said, Celesteela only has 1 movement point. So guys, in the comments down below, let me know how you feel about the 2 new Ultra Beasts. Let me know if they are plug and play in Ultra Beast decks, or are they plug and play in normal decks. I'm kind of fuzzy on them right now. I think XURKITREE might be able to be played in a non-Ultra Beast deck, but then again, it synergizes so well with Guzzlord, you might see that as well. Next up, we have Ampharos. We have Mega Ampharos and Ampharos. We'll go over Ampharos first before we go into the Mega. But Ampharos is an electric type. I know, guys, you're starting to see a trend, right? Electric types paralyzed. The ability is called Electric Upsurge. While this Pokemon is on the field, your electric type Pokemon deal plus 10 damage for each paralyzed Pokemon on the field. This effect does not stack. So when they say the effect does not stack, meaning if you have multiple Ampharoses, you're not going to get plus 10 per multiple Ampharos. You know, I wish that was the ability with Altaria. I wish the Altaria damage didn't stack. So basically, they're pushing paralysis. If you do manage to get multiple figures paralyzed, you know, you're gonna get plus 10 per figure paralyzed. But let's look at the wheel, and it looks like you might need it because the wheel is only hitting for 190. However, there's a small caveat. The first attack we're gonna look at is called Dragon Pulse. Deals plus 50 damage if an opponent is a Dragon type Pokemon. So this 90 is really a 140 when you're going against all the dragons. So mainly right now you want to think about Altaria. So this is supposed to be an Altaria counter. You're getting 140 right out the gate. So if there's 3 Altarias on the field, they're only hitting for 130 unless they spin the double dragon, then or the double dance, whatever it's called. If they spin the double attack on the Altarias, then the Altaria is going to hit for 180. So that 140 is not going to help it too much unless there are multiple figures paralyzed on the field. Now the way I see that working is it's going to be a little too slow to compete with the Altarias. The problem with the Altarias is that as soon as they get on the field, they start being a threat. Sort of like when a round deck gets on the field, it starts being a threat. But this Ampharos, this Dragon Pulse ability, it needs some synergy. You know, you gotta get Ampharos on the field. That's easy, but then you gotta start paralyzing multiple figures simultaneously, and then you gotta hit that ability. So I don't know. The next attack is Override, and the asterisk is all adjacent Pokemon become paralyzed. So yeah, this can hurt yourself, you know, more than it can hurt you. You know, because usually you're next to your own figures more than your opponent's figures. But let's see. And then the last ability is called Beacon Light. Removes weight from all your Pokemon on the field. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. Ampharos, let me know in the comments down below if I'm missing something with Ampharos as well. But it looks like it's trying to counter the Altarias. You know, it's gonna have just a 4 Mist Slice at level 5. A small dodge, so it's not gonna be affected from paralysis as much. But you guys let me know if this is going to be a competitor in the meta. I don't know. I mean, are you going to be able to evolve it from Reap? I don't know. You guys let me know. First time looking at these Pokemon in detail, but doesn't look like it's gonna help the meta too much to me, because it's too slow. You know, you got to paralyze stuff in order to get plus 10 damage. You know, the Altarias get plus 20 just for being there, and then they give plus 10 to all flying and dragon types. So let's look at the next figure. It's Mega Form, Mega Ampharos. It's an electric dragon. The ability is Homeward Lights. When this Pokemon appears as a Mega Evolution, and again when its Mega Evolution ends, you may move one of your Pokemon in the Ultra Space or PC next to the Pokemon your electric type, and your dragon type Pokemon deal plus 10 damage. Okay, so this is nice. Think about Force Degeneration from Mega Sceptile, and you're able to like get a double max revive. This is kind of the same thing, because it's going to take Pokemon from the Ultra Space or the PC, but instead of moving it to the bench, you can actually move it right next to you. So that could be game breaking. The cool thing about the Force Regeneration on Mega Sceptile is that you clear out the PC and you move it to the bench. But this is actually taking it from the PC and putting it straight on the field. So sort of like Neoligo's Call Signal ability, taking it from the Ultra Space and putting it straight on the field. So it's going to be flexible. Don't know if we're going to see it in an Ultra Beast deck or if we're going to see it in a normal deck. So let's look at the wheel. The wheel is 100 and 110. The first ability is Dragon Pulse. Deals plus 50 damage if it's a dragon type Pokemon. So this 100 is really doing 150, but it's evolving, so it's 160, and then you get the plus 20, so it's really 180 because it's gonna get plus 10, plus 10. So this Dragon Pulse 180 is just barely going to tie with Altaria's if they spin the double dance or the double dragon, whatever that ability is called, where the Altaria spin twice. So I don't know. So you got to have a Mega to compete with the normal Altarias when all three of them are in the fields. So I don't know. And then the other ability is Override. Just like its previous form, all adjacent Pokemon are paralyzed, and that's going to be 140. You're looking at 180, 140. So, and then when you want to, if you want to level us to level 5, you probably want to take away this Mist Slice right here, so that if you do, I don't know. You guys let me know what you want to take away. But I'm thinking you want to take away this Mist Slice right here. I don't know, because if you take away this one, then it's gonna hit the dodge if it's paralyzed. You guys let me know which Mist Slice you guys think should be taken away. The cool thing about the Pokemon is that it's even. It's 40 and 40, so you can make one 49 and the other one is gonna stay at 40. But yeah, let me know how you guys feel about Mega Ampharos. I don't know how much play the Ampharos and the Mega Ampharos are gonna see. You know, it looks like they brought these Pokemon out directly to counter the Altaria and the Mega Altarias, but I still think the Mega Altarias and the Altarias are going to be a little bit more played, just because it's easier to get the abilities flowing. I mean, the paralysis ability, it's nice, but it takes a little bit of time to start getting multiple figures paralyzed. But I think once it gets going, it's gonna help. It's gonna help. Yeah. So, and then we have Electros. Electros, another electric figure. I keep saying the same thing. I know we need more electric types. The ability is called Electrobind. While this Pokemon is on the field, the effects of abilities of opposing electric type Pokemon and opposing paralyzed Pokemon that allow passing by other Pokemon with MP or moves are negated. At the start of your turn, instead of an MP move, this Pokemon may switch places with an adjacent electric type Pokemon or paralyzed Pokemon. So basically, this is stopping like Tapu Koko from hopping over you. This is stopping like Zapdos from hopping over you. So, let me read that again so I can just make sure. While this Pokemon is on the field, the effects of abilities of opposing electric type Pokemon and opposing paralyzed Pokemon that allow passing by other Pokemon with MP move are negated. Okay, so the Pokemon don't have to actually go past you. They can try to go past another Pokemon on the field, and they not gonna be able to do it. So say for example Tapu Koko's on one side of the screen and is trying to hop over like a Gengar or something like that. It's not going to be able to do it if Electros is on the field. So it's a cool ability. The only problem is that it's one movement point, and I thought they were going to do away with these one movement point Pokemon. Just based on that, I'm not going to see it have it. It's not going to have any play. You know, it's just an electric type. You know, if it was electric water type with Tapu Fini, then I can see it having some play, but it's going to be difficult to get this Pokemon on the bench. It's going to be, I mean, to the field. It's going to be difficult to get it to the goal. And I don't see it working. The first ability is a Wild Charge. It's a 130 attack, and the Pokemon gains weight 3. Remember that 130 is potentially 160 with Tapu Koko, and with the new plate, it's 180. Then it has a dodge. Then the ability is Shockwave. 1-star purple. So we have EXs with 1-star purples. Don't ask me why. This is just like Snorlax all over again. It's supposed to be a goalie, but it's a purple attack, only has 1 star. I don't know why. The battle opponent and a succession of a Pokemon adjacent to it, excluding this one, become paralyzed. So it's more paralysis themed. Basically, they're trying to like set this paralysis theme in stone. I don't know if the Pokemon trainers are going to take to this, but hey, I mean, maybe you can run this as an evolution to get it on the field, but I don't know. I don't see it working. In the comments down below, let me know what I'm missing. And this is cool. It has the same ability. It has Wild Charge twice for 130. That's cool. But another ability is called Generator. All adjacent water type Pokemon become paralyzed on the next turn. This Pokemon deals plus 30 damage. So Generator sounds cool. I think it's too niche. We don't see too many water type figures like that are in play right now, or water decks in play right now. I mean, there may be one, maybe 2 water decks in play, but not really. maybe the next banner we might get some water support, and Electros will see some play. But guys, in the comments down below, let me know what I'm missing with Electros. Let me know if you guys think it's gonna see some play. Am I missing something? Again, it's a 1 moving point Pokemon, so I don't see it, you know, hitting the meta hard at all. So that's gonna be it for the new Pokemon. You guys already know what all these other Pokemon do. You know, Vikavolt and Norvern have gotten a small buff, and it's gonna see some play. This Vikavolt and this Norvern is gonna see some play. I'm especially excited to see Norvern. I'm putting this out there right now. We're gonna see Norvern along with the 3 Altarias, and the 3 Altarias is gonna give Norvern plus 60 because Norvern is a flying and dragon type, and the Altarias are flying and dragon also. So this 110 is really hitting for 170, and this 50 is hitting for 110. So you have a Pokemon hitting for 170, 110 with a 2-star purple. And you guys know that the 2-star purple actually is gonna give Pokemon weight 3, you know, if it's a flying type. And it's gonna move the battle opponent to the bench. So it's like a small Moongeist beam kind of, sort of, you know, or a small Cyclone Kick, however you want to look at it. But it's sending the Pokemon to the bench, not to the PC. But yeah, so Norvern will see some play, like, mark my words. Vikavolt, of course, is going to see some play as well, just because of the new electric plate. You know, the new electric plate is giving plus 20, so this 120 is really doing 140 and 90. And if you put Tapu Koko in the field, it's doing 170 and 120, something like that. So yeah, guys, in the comments down below, let me know if you guys feel that this banner is lackluster, or if this banner is doing something. Let me know if you guys think if the Altarias are gonna reign supreme. You know, one last thing before I let you guys go is that they reset the training center. And I'm not gonna bore you guys about playing the game and stuff like that. But what I do want you guys to know is that if you beat the entire training center, which is only 10 instructors, you get your Gyarados, you know, and in the middle you get a Magikarp. So for all the free-to-play players, when you guys get a chance, look up Gyarados and Magikarp. They work well together, and they are really good Pokemon to have on your team, and you don't need any synergy with them. Just those two are really cool. So thanks guys for checking out the video. If you guys haven't, check out my previous video. I streamed with the OG Master Trainer Rico. That stream was so much fun. We actually spoke for an hour and a half about Pokemon Duel. And for any Pokemon Duel lover, or any of the YouTube, if you guys like following the YouTube stuff, like, that stream was awesome. So without further ado, it's showtime. Signing off. Peace, trainers.